he put it in there. It's in the one with just me, y'all, all three of us in there.
I made it as a Google Doc just so I can update it.
I see it. All right, Corey, you gotta call the meeting order.
I call the meeting to order for Royal Palm Beach Wildcats.
Second. We gotta do the Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody stand up. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, did everyone get a chance to review the minutes from last meeting?
You got the roll call. Roll call for the meeting. I, Corey Robinson, here. Sam Curry.
Here.
Keegan Robinson.
Here.
Gerald Miller.
Absent.
Absent. Okay.
Don't forget Brandon.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Brandon Pendergrass?
No, I'm here.
All right, my bad. So call for the approval of the last meeting minutes.
To approve the minutes.
Second.
Executive Board, General Board, Village Royal Palm Beach.
I'll start off with the executive board report. All right, report for me is we have, I think, over 40 coaches volunteer. We have 17 right now. We just hired a 13U coach. So we wasn't gonna have 13U, but we just hired. So I mean, we're gonna have 18 this year instead of 7, because 13 is a mandatory team. Also, all the volunteer registration got to be completed by June 1st. So we're working on making sure our volunteers complete the registration, and then we have a schedule change. We may have a schedule change coming up. So the schedule that I was going to give you, I can't give it to you right now because we may change it. And we're still working with Royal Palm Beach High School to try to host the home game. So we'll try to get them to host the home games with either the interlocal agreement or probably, all right, so. As far as practice destination, we are practicing right now. Our official first day of practice was Monday, May 20th. Right now we are at I think like 150 athlete, but there'll be more once we get everybody registered. And then this year I'm gonna try to get you the roster faster. So you'll be having the roster. We are looking to add more board members. We got a few people coming in that want to join the board. Also, that's about it when it comes to, okay, so also we just played our Florida Elite fees. That was $3,500, right? So we just paid the last $2,500. We had paid $1,000, I think we reported at the last meeting minutes. And we just paid $2,500 with the Florida Elite fees for the registration. And currently we're looking to purchase 30 new helmets, which is gonna run us $5,230. And that's basically it with my report as far as like football related.
We gotta send the other ones out for reconditioning also. That's gonna be.
And we may have to send out at least 40 to 50 helmets for reconditioning. So they're gonna run us $75 per helmet, and then the turnaround is 6 to 8 weeks.
$50 to $60. Yeah, you can.
And then the banking statement.
Okay. All right, so I'll start with certification.
Mike.
Okay. So for certification, majority of our coaches completed the coaches' expectation meeting between Pompano and Gwen Cherry on May 18th and May 11th. There is a follow-up certification meeting. I did volunteer my middle school so we can do the last certification meeting or expectation meetings for coaches. That will be on June 22nd. So any coaches who have not certified will be able to come to Trade Winds Middle School on June 22nd for certification. And I kind of did that so our coaches wouldn't have to travel so far down south to do that coaches' expectations meeting. And for certification for our players, just to make it easier on the parents and coaches, I did tell B. Reed from Florida Elite and Jacobs that we can use my school for the player certification on July 20th. So all the players from Royal Palm who are ready to certify can certify on July 20th. And I'll also certify the players from Boca and Coral Springs. Okay, I don't know if y'all had any questions on the certification for players or coaches' expectations?
Go ahead.
No, I ain't got none. No.
And then the report, the last report, our balance is $6,415.36.
They haven't taken out the fee for the helmet, so that balance will change because they haven't did the fee for the helmets. The new helmet we got to get in order to be in compliance with Florida Elite. So that's gonna be $52.30 once they do deduct that from the balance.
And our balance right now really reflects just the players paying their deposit, but we're now in the process of collecting the additional funds for registration and then the fee for equipment rentals. Okay, unfinished business.
Did we produce the annual report?
No, we still have to meet with Mike to update that, to update the bank
Okay,
statements
so
and
we,
the annual report.
so we still,
It's updated.
It's updated. The annual report updated. He did put it in. Your name is as president now.
okay.
So the annual report is updated as of April 30, 2024. President is Corey Robinson. Treasurer/Secretary is Shakika Robinson. Vice President is Samuel Curry. Director of Football is Jared Miller. So it's updated right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to send you the copy of it because I know you need it, right?
Yeah.
So I'll send you the copy of it.
Lead insurance, where we stand with that?
Bleed insurance, we're deciding between two things. We either go with the Florida Elite affiliate provider, or we're going with a private one. Normally, I forgot the one we went with last year. We was going with the Orange Bowl one last year, but I forgot the company name. I'm so sorry. Once I get the information about the insurance, I know I have to send it to you. Either Corey will be sending it to you, or I'll be sending it to you. Once might help us with securing the insurance. I think the one that we had last year is still good. To I think June or July.
Okay.
All right.
Registration close dates, we should be coming up around the corner. I know some teams we have, I think with the exception of 13U, to my knowledge, and I think 10U, we have in excess of, 30 players on pretty much on each team?
Yeah, so we cap it at 30 players, but a lot of Florida Elite is unlimited players. So we can get more than 30, but most of the coaches has voted, head coaches has voted to keep it around 30, 35. Some team is flirting around 38. I know we have to keep our balance 50% with non-resident and resident, so we're making sure we monitor that to make sure that we have enough resident on the team. But yeah, so we're trying to cap it at 30, but some teams we do have surplus of player due to excitement with the new head coach hiring or with us moving to the Florida Elite League.
Yeah, another reason we got to watch the number of players is making sure each player get proper playing time also, so that we don't.
Also, the update on that, the registration closing date for the early registration already closed, but the registration right now will close, I think it was June 15, and then we'll start late registration for people after that. Because we'll have to charge them additional fee because Florida Elite, once we do a certification, they charge us, I think, a $5 additional fee for every player that come after certification. So we will have a late registration window, but, that'll be late. And if it be an additional add-on, I'll send you the additional add-on with the roster. Okay. And we got up to the third week of the season. So it'll be, I think, August, let me make sure I get the right date. August 24th will be the last day we can add anybody to the roster.
Currently, we have 8 teams right now. We just kind of went over that. Equipment, uniform, and dates. Equipment be issued, I guess, once we get all the helmets back. Some equipment already been issued to some teams, but for the most part, once we get all the helmets back and everything's conditioned and we feel that it's appropriate, we'll issue out all the uniforms for the kids.
The target date to start the uniform order, we need at least 3 to 4 weeks for the uniforms to return. This year, I know last year we did two tops and 1 bottom. This year we changed it. We're only doing 1 uniform due to cost-related issues and trying to maintain with the referee fees going up. So we're doing 1 uniform this year just to have enough money to pay for referees. So we're doing 1 uniform. So I think the date, I'm going to have to get with Shakika on this though, but because we need 3 weeks to get it back before the start of the season. So I'm looking at June the 15th or the 17th as the last date to put in order to get the uniforms here in time. And we got a coaches meeting tonight too, so to go over equipment handouts and different things that we need to go with expectations.
Okay.
Good.
Pretty much about it. Any public comments?
Oh, you didn't do your report?
Oh, we got it.
I don't have much to report. There will be a point during the summer where we'll have to shuffle some stuff around. Just trying to shut down they have to put them down get some rest to the field. So
Which field?
we don't know yet. Depending on it'll more than likely, whichever the wear is bad on, which right now looks like 9. 9's probably definitely gonna need some time down. But other than that, don't know when per se. It'll probably be a little later in the summer. I know we're trying to get y'all up and running, so we're trying to work with that just to keep you on and keep you practicing.
Which one is field 9?
The one that we got 6, 7, 8 you on right now. That's the field that they use for soccer sometime.
Yeah, the
So
far.
that's the last field we get all the time.
Okay.
So that's like the field by the playground.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means I have to reshuffle the practice destination. You don't know the target date, right? You say you don't know the target date.
No, I don't have a target date yet. I can look up. I have to see what maintenance. We got to do some stuff at another park first. Mm-hmm. So I'll talk with the contractor and figure out when they're.
I seen the contract the other
date
day.
is.
It's that sports turf thing. It was something like that, right?
Haverland.
I think I saw a truck that looked like it was a contractor there.
Yeah, that's
So
probably
are
them.
they going to do one at a time, like shut down 9, then shut down 10, then shut down 11, or you just 9, then 10, 11 throughout the season?
Right now, it just depends on how bad the wear is. We definitely, the goal is always to try to give them some rest during the growth season. Mm-hmm. Like I say, we're in a interesting situation with the season starting earlier now with you. So we just have to We'll get a word from them on the where and which fields are needed, how bad we can kind of stretch that period. So I'll find out more from them. But yeah,
Any update on that light that on the press box is still going out? It's not working. So when it get nighttime, we still can't
press
see.
box light.
Yeah. So when it comes to opening the doors and like even bringing equipment back, it'd be dark, and there's a lot of raccoons that be around it. So
Yeah.
it'll be great to have light so we can see.
On the building. Yeah, the refrigerator.
And then painting the other 3 fields. Is that's a possibility? Right now on the field painting is 11. 10 is still soccer related. Even 12 is nothing right now. So coaches need the field painted so they can go through situational
Football lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff we got to do, like even line up with kickoff. We can't do anything right now because the dimensions are for soccer.
Okay. Now we'll get lines on them. Where are we at Wednesday? Them having to do all 4 by the end of next week. Yeah.
So typically when the fields are shut down, how long are they shut down, Brandon?
Depending on what they have to do, if they have to reside anything, the goal is 6 to 8 weeks.
All right, because season starts for us, I think like the second week,
August the 10th is the first
August the 10th.
game.
The first game. So, I mean, 6 to 8 weeks, that's putting us very near now. I mean, by mid-June, it's put us at the 8-week mark.
Yeah.
And that's not even, so they're down for 8 weeks, but is that even 8 weeks down after the scheduled time of once the work is completed? Or is it 8 weeks time total from the start of the work until the opening of the field?
It's typically total
What?
time.
Total time?
Yeah.
That's mid-July. We said mid-June, it'll be mid-July because we're in May right now. We're almost in June. So 6 to 8 weeks would be right around like July 12, July 19 if they shut it down today.
No, I'm saying, I said if they, like, count back from October 10th, count backwards, 6 to 8 weeks, that's putting us in
mid-June.
Yeah, it's putting us in mid-June at the latest that we can start getting those fields. And I mean, honestly, I can't speak for everybody, but I think it would be more important for us to have fields during the start of the season because that's when we're gonna need to practice and that's when everybody's gonna be going hard because at that point in time, practice days is gonna be reduced because of school starting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, I mean, and it's gonna be, you know, more teams because it's gonna go down to probably a couple of days, like 2 days a week or 3 days a week, some teams. And right now, we can kind of stagger it a little bit more if we started earlier than versus later. We can kind of stagger the practice days, especially going through the summer. You probably can schedule 1 team, 2 teams probably schedule Saturday or something if we have to. But
Okay.
I think pushing it out further is gonna put us in a worse position.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I have to have them. Like I said, we got to check the wear. I think even from the spring, 9 and 10 didn't get, not 9 and 10, 10 and 11 didn't get beat up too bad.
But 11 was closed most of spring, so 11 been closed for a minute.
10 too.
Yeah, 10 was closed for a minute. I think 9 ended up open up because 9 was got closed first, and then opened up. I think around January, so everybody was on 9, 8 on 8, and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So everything was on 9.
All right. Yeah. No, we just
As long as we stagger it like you've been doing in the past,
Yeah.
I can maneuver around it, like putting like 3 or 4 teams on one field. It's gonna be a small space to work on. A lot of times, like realistic football, we need at least 40 yards. So, but I can maneuver around it. Coach is gonna be upset though, but it'll be like 4 teams on the field, or 3 teams on each field. Just hopefully, it get done before the time change, because right now we're good because that bike field, it don't get dark until like 8 o'clock right now. But
Yeah.
when the time change, we need
No,
the fields
it'll be,
because of the light situation.
like I said, it'll have to be some point, like I said, some point during the summer. So we'll try to get it down and get it some.
All right, because right now, like if we keep the 30 per team and you 18, that's 240 kids. We can't have too many kids on one field due to liability with our insurance.
Especially with the older teams. I mean, the older teams play extend further. More field, need more field because of the plays. And you can't have them too close to those younger kids. So,
Yeah, no, it's just we have to work it out. Let's see what we can do and see how we can work it around. Best we could. It's just, like I said, it's tough because we always aim to put them down just to give them some rest, because if not, you'll end up with just bare, by the end of the season, it just be bare dirt. And so especially during the growth season, so it could just get some time for that grass to kind of repair. But again, we got to talk with the contractor and just see what, what's in the worst shape, what they can do, putting them down and time-wise as far as working with your schedule. So we'll stagger it out the best we can just to make sure that you kind of keep some field to practice. And if we got to find somewhere else, find some additional space for you, we'll work on that too.
I think we used them once, but maybe is that not an option?
No more light. I don't think they have no more lights. They took the lights down, right?
They fixed them.
They fixed them?
Yeah, they back
Okay.
up. So yeah, that could be an option. Till we just got those lights fixed in, what was it, in March?
we did.
Yeah, I think in one season we did like 1 or 2 teams practice over there, and then everyone else was on the main field.
Okay. Yeah, no, like I say, it won't be everything at once. Like I said, we'll work on the stagger, just try to get the worst one down, give it some rest while we can, and then depending on the condition of the other ones, we might be able to just roll through the season. And once we're done, because you finish it, November?
Depends. It'll be November the 20, that Thanksgiving weekend is the Super Bowl. But if we have a team go past the Super Bowl, they can be invited to nationals. So they'll finish in December, like the second week of December. That'll be the last game for them.
Okay.
If they make it to nationals. So, and if we get invited to 3 different nationals, we can go to YNC, AYF, or UYFL.
All right.
Also, with the transition from Mike being president and Corey being president, do you have Corey's number? So you can
Think I
contact
do.
him for all the things that you need.
I'll double check it with you after, make sure I got that I got you saved in. Yeah.
It's 561. You said,
No.
what? I'm sorry.
I'll make sure, I'll get with you after and make sure I got it.
Any public comment? Any number one person in the public? You want to motion to adjourn? Second. We done. So this Amir wanted
Make
to
it.
join the board. Right now, he done? He turned up?
No, you got to tell them meeting adjourned.
Say it loud.
Meeting is adjourned.